projectile motion. So in the last class we have discussed about the two projectile motion we have already discussed. Let us see a short video how the projectile motion looks like. So we can see the projectile motion.
A body that is in flight, after it is thrown or projected, is called a projectile. The motion of the projectile is the result of two separate but simultaneously occurring components of motion. One is the horizontal component without any acceleration, and the other is the vertical component with constant acceleration due to gravity.
So we have discussed about the horizontal motion and the vertical motion. As you have heard the audio, then the horizontal motion has an initial velocity but there is no acceleration. Acceleration is zero. Vertical motion, okay, the blue line, the vertical motion has no initial velocity but there is a constant acceleration. So that question we have already discussed, and also we have proved that the path followed by the projectile is parabolic. That we have proved. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to find out what will be the time of flight, what will be the horizontal range based on this projectile. So let us discuss that. So we were discussing about the second type of the projectile. So this diagram we have already done. We have calculated the path followed by the projectile is parabolic. We need to find out the three questions that we have done. The time of flight, the horizontal range and the maximum height. Let us first calculate the maximum height attained by the projectile. Okay, so maximum height, as I have already told you in the last class, this is the maximum height. This maximum height we need to calculate. So that is represented by the capital letter H. So how will you find out the maximum height represented in this? So for that you have to consider the equations like, for vertical motion. Okay, your height will be in vertical motion. Don't take the horizontal motion, okay? Horizontal motion we have to find only the range. We cannot find the height. So what we need to do, we need to use the third equation of motion. V square is equals to u square plus 2as. So that equation will be using. So Vy square minus of V naught y square is equals to 2ay, okay, into y. V square minus of u square is equals to 2as along the vertical. That means y. Then along the Vy, that is the final velocity along the y direction. Okay, we have, according to the components, this V naught y we have done in the last class. This is our u sine theta whole square equals to 2 into minus g, okay, into minus h. Okay, then we have the final velocity, because at the point of maximum height this will be equals to 0. At the maximum height the final velocity is equals to 0. Then if you find out the equations, so if this will be h naught. So if I find out the equation now, this minus and this minus I can cancel. We need to find out the value of h. So it will be u squared sine squared theta by 2g. So this is our value of the maximum height. This is the first question. Number 1. Okay, pause it and write it. Next question was to find out the time of flight. Let us calculate the time of flight. Question number 2. We have to calculate the time of flight. So for the time of flight, which equation you will be using? I have already told in a class that for for calculating the time of flight, you have to follow the second equation of motion and you have to follow the y direction. Okay, because the time is changing along y. So y equals to v naught y t plus of half a y t whole square. Okay, now v naught y, that is the initial velocity along the y direction, is u sin theta into this t will be changed to capital letter T plus half into minus g t square. Okay, then what will be the value of y? Okay, what will be the value of y at this point? It will be 0. Okay, it will be 0. Now you calculate the value of t from here. Minus of ut sin theta is equal to minus of gt square by 2. So minus minus you can cancel, 1t I can cancel. So it will be left out with t is equal to 2u sin theta by g. This is our time of flight. So the time of flight equation also we have got. Okay, second question is done. Let us move to the third question. Pause it again, you write it. Now for the horizontal range, we have to use x equals to v naught x t plus half ax t whole square. Now v naught x we have u cos theta into t, because horizontal range is from ground to ground. This is the maximum time taken. So this will be a time of flight plus half into this will be 0, because acceleration along the x direction is considered as a 0. X, this will be equals to r. So r will be equals to u cos theta, and we have t is equals to 2u sin theta. So 2u square sin theta cos theta divided by, it will be g, or we can write u square sin twice theta divided by g. So this is the equation that we have got. Let me check the equation of horizontal range. Yes, it is correct. U square sin twice theta by g. Suppose if it is given to find out the maximum range. Okay, maximum range, how will you find out? The value of sin theta, maximum value is 1. So this should be equals to 1. So what will be the maximum range then? If this is equals to 1, maximum range will be equals to u square by g. That you write in your copy. If sin square theta is equals to 1, then the range will be maximum. Then r, you write it this way, r max will be equals to u square by g. So we have got all the three equations. So you can see the horizontal range, the time of flight. Now we have got u square sin twice theta by g. We have got the three equations of the related with the projectile. Now suppose if a third projectile comes, no need to do the derivation, just you have to remember the formula. If the third projectile comes and you have thrown the object at an angle theta with the vertical, not with the horizontal, okay? We have done this as a horizontal. Angle theta with the vertical. That means this theta is not here, this theta is here. Formula that you have got, you will be getting the same formulas. Only the change that you have to do, if this angle is theta, this whole angle is 90. So obviously what will be this angle? This will be 90 minus theta. Okay, it will be 90 minus theta. So in place of that, in place of the angle theta, you place 90 minus theta here, here and here. You will be getting the formulas for the projectile thrown at an angle theta with the vertical. Okay, so these are the three projectiles. So in the next class, we'll be starting a new chapter. Okay, we'll be doing some numericals based on this chapter in the live classes. So I'll be also sharing a video regarding the laws of motion. Clear? Thank you for today. We'll be continuing in the next class. Thank you.